We'll get the plane going, guys. Welcome back. I passed the Coco chucked in the scat. All good, baby. So we had a big clear out on a job for some storage here, isn't it? I also cleaned out my garage in the same week. So the van is absolutely mental. My missus going mental at me. Oh boy. Oh boy. It's amazing what you find at the bottom of my van, isn't it? Can you jump on that? Are you ready?
Yeah, chuck me in.
Right. There you go. What is that? Hi guys, welcome to the first video. Hiya guys, so yeah, I had to clean the van out this morning. It was an absolute state. Give it a bit of clean. Guys are waiting to start a job. They're starting at quarter to 9. Just couldn't get to the property till then, so we thought give the van a good tidy out. I'm going to try and use my garage as a wee bit of stores just to keep excess material. We're about, from an actual proper electrical wholesalers, we're about 45 minutes away down to Dunbar. It's quite good. We can get the Scott Capola deliveries, but like an ideal place where we can have like RCBO boards, breakers, stuff like that you can't really pick up from like a screw fix or a tool station. It would just be quite handy to have. I had a job that finished doing storage heaters, so I had to shift all that stuff into the back of the van and then had to clean out the garage, so it was really messy. I put a post up on LinkedIn and Twitter and stuff like that, and Facebook, just saying that I wanted to try and connect with people, network with people, and get to meet more people. And I had a few people message back. I'm meeting Rob from Gen Source. He specialises in renewables. I actually met Rob at an activity thing through Tartan Talks. I got a networking event at Tartan Talks, and we went whitewater rafting and clay pigeon shooting. So I'm gonna go get a wee coffee, get something to eat, and then just chat about business, see how Rob's getting on with his business. It'll be good to catch up and get a coffee. So just had a good meeting with Rob, potentially work together in the future. He said that he's got a few jobs he needs to go over the line. So yeah, build a good relationship there. Really nice guy, seems like he has a really nice team. I've met a few of these guys before, so let's see why not. So this is a job that we're doing for Rural Developments. Rory, the plumbing and heating engineer's on here. This is going to be a bedroom, so he's repiped for the radiators here. He's also repiped the radiators through here for the landing, and now he's currently fitting out the bathroom. He's just getting the hot and cold in just now. He's currently just putting the waste pipe in, just connecting the waste in, and then he's getting the hot and cold in. Is this the shower going over here? Yeah, that's an absolute brilliant. Ethan, what are you saying it?
Not much, my boy.
You having fun?
I'm always having fun, bro.
So we've currently repiped the radiator pipes in here. We're putting the waste in. We've got our cold feed to our toilet, and we've got our hot and cold to our basin, and then we're fitting the frame for the wall hung toilet as well.
Who is it? Is he? Yeah, so big, so probably.
So that's us finished seeing Rory at the job for Rural Developments. We're now on our way to see Morgan and Coco. They're doing a EICR report at a property that we've just finished the kitchen at, and they've come across a few faults in the existing wiring. So we're going to go and speak to this client, just see how the testing's going, and then Morgan will speak us through the procedures on how to carry out an electrical condition report. There was a fault in the downstairs now. There was no continuity?
It was a few things, mate.
We've done the kitchen here, done a board change, and now we're carrying out the EICR. So would you just take us through the procedure for anyone that's wanting an EICR, what steps you go through, what observations you would start with before carrying out the EICR?
So some of you may be requesting EICRs. We're basically just going to talk you through what that is and why you may need it. So here we have our multifunctional tester. We use this to carry out all our tests on the property. Ranges from continuity to earth fault loop impedance. We also do insulation resistance. So we're just going to walk you through a couple of things we do when we enter the property and the process of the steps. When we first walk in, we're going to check your earthing arrangement. This can vary of 3 types. Typically you're going to have a TNCS, a TNS or a TT. We'll not really go into detail of that. There's not too much concern over that on your end. Once we've confirmed your earthing arrangements, we're then going to go around, we're going to do a visual inspection. We'll check sockets, cracks, thermal damage, that sort of thing. Light switches, any broken switches, stuff like that. Once we've confirmed that's all okay, we will then move on to dead testing. So there's a couple of dead tests we do. First of all, we'll do continuity, R1, R2. Essentially, we're just checking that there is a continuous earth path throughout the circuit. So we're just going to go to the end of the circuit socket. We're going to link out your live and your earth, and we're just going to do a continuity test to test that there is a continuous path throughout the entirety of the circuit. We will then move on to your ring final circuits. These are your sockets. Sockets are usually wired in a ring formation. Essentially, you've got two cables coming out the board, making a continuous loop throughout the entire circuit. The purpose of the ring test is to confirm that you have a continuous path throughout the entire circuit. So we'll check live to live, earth to earth, neutral to neutral. We'll then move on to insulation resistance. To do this, we will put 500 volts throughout your circuit, removing any lights, appliances, stuff like that, as that may interfere. This is to check that your cables essentially aren't shorting internally. Low insulation resistance could result in short circuit, overheating or tripping circuits, so it's good to have that nice and clear. We'll then move on to the live testing. So to start by doing this, we do a ZE, which stands for earth fault loop impedance. This is to ensure that the resistance is low enough on your incoming supply that the circuits will trip under fault condition. We'll then move on to the prospective short circuit current to confirm that your protective devices, your MCBs, your RCBOs, stuff like that, can adequately break the circuit in the event of a fault safely and efficiently. We'll then move on to RCD testing. So this is your trip testing. We're just going to test that your RCD can trip in a safe and sufficient time in the event of a fault. We'll then move on to functioning testing. So there's a test button on your RCD. We'll just check that's working and that your RCD is switching as intended. We'll also go around, we'll test fuse spurs, switches, stuff like that, and we'll just check that they're all working adequately. Once we've carried out our testing, we're then going to provide you with a condition report. This could be either a pass or fail depending on the quality and safety of the installation. Upon testing this properly, we have found a few faults. So we found a couple faults in the continuity on the ring circuits, essentially meaning that there's a break in the cable somewhere. This results in the cable being undersized and could potentially cause an overheating fault or short circuit fault. To fix this, essentially what we've had to do is we've had to go around and check all of the sockets on the bottom floor, find the break in the circuit. Luckily for us, it was just a snap core behind one of the sockets, so we've tied that up, retested, and everything's come back good. On our visual inspection, we've also found that the garage board was damaged, so the housing was damaged, giving you access to the buzz bar, which is a potentially dangerous part. If you were to stick your finger in that, you could get a nasty shock. So what we're going to have to do is we're just going to have to replace the fuse board, and we'll make sure that's all good from there.
Boom. Boom, baby. So, Morgan has finished off a kitchen. Then he's at that property carrying out the EICR report. We've actually done that kitchen as well. Now, we are on our way to see Jay doing another kitchen. We've actually got 3 people off today. Raymond's on got me holidays as Santa Claus. We are going to go and see Jay now, see how he's getting on at this kitchen. He's all's going well. First fit. That'll be another one put to bed. Plenty going up. Just been on a material run, saying that the wall's breaking away, so we've got some expanding foam, some sticks like shit, put the boxes in situ for the plasterer coming. I think it's a bottom floor flat though, so it's not as bad. Nothing worse than a top floor flat. It's always a top floor flat as well normally. So this is another kitchen today. Jay is currently carrying out the kitchen first fit. This is going to be a round kitchen which is going in here that we're doing for James. What is the socket positions and what's the layout going to be?
So it's a bit of a unique kitchen for my experience because of the limited space. You're going to have a washing machine here, going to have a fuse spur for your combi boiler. There's going to be 2 double sockets going in there. There's going to be a single socket here for a fridge freezer. There's going to be a cooker hood, a hob and an oven here. You're going to have your cooker outlet and your hob connection under there. Over here there's going to be a little 300mm wide unit which will have your isolators in it.
And is the brick just breaking away? Is that a nightmare?
Yeah, the wall's pretty soft, so raggling it's been a bit of a challenge. Even raggling it by hand, it just crumbles away. I've done some of it with that, but I've done some of it the old-fashioned way, and it's still crumbling, so just doing what we can. These are minty, today.
Okay, I mean the men in black.
The insurance gave me these.
Hit it. Oh! Whoa! He's ripping up the wall there. Look at him go. Hell, he's been going to the gym, eh? Michael Abbey. Michael Abbey. Jay, no, it doesn't always go to plan and drives out to the customer's fucking bathroom. Thank God he's going to Australia, like, look at him. Straight through into the bathroom.
So, I think that we need to revisit tonight's dinner plans. Busy day, a lot of KPIs.
I can't believe that.
A KPI.
I swear to God, I've literally like done that and it just went.
What did it do?
Let's circle back on the board of new words.
One more time. So you're happy, you went over oppositions and whatnot with James, you know where all the sockets and that are going. You went over with the client as well.
Yeah. Aye. No thanks to Ren. Their drawings are terrible.
Maybe you're in love with another's.
Get that on the
Or
YouTube.
maybe yours was once your grandmother's.
Right, well we'll let you crack on because you need to get the boxes now.
I've got to go get my staple.
So obviously Jay is an absolute grafter and obviously drilled through the bathroom, never really went the plan there, the wall was really soft. These things happen, we'll get that filled, we'll get that sorted, we'll speak to the client wasn't in just now, but we'll do anything that we can to properly help them. Things do go wrong and it's not what happens, it's how you react to it, how you deal with it. If you try and run away from it, these things haunt you. I feel like, so it's better to put your hands up and realise that things go wrong. Pretty much all our jobs go well. There is obviously issues that you run into. I'd say one of our biggest sort of problems just now is bigger jobs. We had a farm job, quoted it for 2 weeks, ran over about a week and a half and we lost money on it. Sometimes these things happen. It's about how to deal with these things, how to manage them. Every single thing that goes wrong in business or anything that happens, I always try and put my hands up, look at it, where did we go wrong here? Could we have put things into place where could prevent this from happening? And I try and line it all out, see exactly what we can do. But I'm going to speak to the client and we'll get that sorted. So now we're going to pop into the new build. Don't normally drink Monster, but can of Monster to keep us ticking over. The heating has been absolutely blasting and I'm feeling pretty bloody tired today. Like. So yeah, go down to the new build, see the boys, see what's happening. So Cal's going to take you over what they've been doing the past few weeks here. They're on to the master bedroom, so this is the last bit of roughing that they'll be doing here.
This is the big room that we spoke about. When was that? When were you last in? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, and I brought you in this room. Look at it now. Look at it now, boys. Now we have had some issues though. We bit of blasphemy here, but I mean,
whoa, cut that.
Give us your thoughts on this. Fucking hell, it's for next door. I had a condensation issue. We went to put ceiling ties in here. Kieran pulled out the king span to put the ceiling ties in and it was soaking on the back. So we've had to add ventilation to the fascia and the ridge, which meant we had to pull out all the king span, let everything dry. So we were put behind a week, I reckon. So it's been no bad going. This has been 2 weeks worth of work, strapping and sheeting.
Look at the drip tram, look how tight these screws are.
Just didn't show that one over there. That's a pencil there, alright?
Something you can't see. What have you been up to, Kieran? Kieran hates the camera. Kieran, what have you been up to? Right, let's see you cut it. Kieran, cut it straight. Kieran was Kieran was a stonemason last week.
This week I'm a labourer.
Now he's finishing it up. This is Kieran's first big job. Have you ever been on a big job?
Never been on a big job, mate.
This is David the janitor. When do you think you'll be finishing the roughing, David? All the roughing will be finished today?
In about an hour.
In about an hour?
Yeah.
An hour?
That's went really well actually.
So what are you going on to after the roughing? When's the doors arriving?
Door rooms you can order today, they're about 2 weeks live time for them. I think we're going to go into the kitchen next.
Has David been on a diet?
David?
Oh, he's off the vape. You're off the Red Bulls, but you're back on the vape.
Back on the vape. Going to be back on the snacks very soon.
We're on a promise today, if we get this sheeted by lunch, we're getting to take it to the pub.
Serious?
Aye. Oh shit, you didn't kind of, I'm only kidding.
Get back to work. So if you could come and pay the wages at about 3 o'clock, that would be ideal. Not too early. We didn't want too early, but we didn't want them too late.
So Kieran's the top joiner. This is Kieran here. He's a bit camera shy, but he'll go on the camera today.
Kieran's actually a firefighter as well.
Kieran's a firefighter.
He's for the community.
He's warming up to the camera, isn't he?
Look at him, look.
Red's face is absolutely weird.
He's smiling like a Cheshire cat. Hey,
You can tell it's Friday, look at the smile on him.
what do you think of my barnet chip?
Get a zoom in, get the camera on that. So Matthew went for a crazy phase a couple, like just at Christmas time, and he went bald, and now he's starting to take the shape back.
It actually looks like it's grown back a bit.
But Turkey, I think Turkey's collar.
Let's see Kalski shooting. Let's see if this guy has put his money where his mouth is.
Let's see if this fits. These wages on for that. Look at that, look at it.
So guys, yeah, thank you very much for watching the YouTube video. If you could please like and subscribe, that would be amazing. And we'll see you next game week for another YouTube video. Okay.
That's all good from there.
Thank you. Your hard work doesn't go unnoticed.
Oh, it feels like it sometimes.
I bought trainers like that and I put them on my Instagram and I got fucking roasted, and they were smarter than that as well.